Mother Jones was an Irish immigrant. She was born Mary Harris in July 1837 in Cork, Ireland, but later on in life she would claim May 1st, 1830 as her birthday. The daughter of Richard and Mary Harris, she came to America in 1841 as a young child. Mary started working as a teacher in Monroe, Michigan, and later on moved to Memphis, Tennessee. There she married George Jones, an iron molder and union activist, and gave birth to 4 children. In 1867, a yellow fever epidemic swept the city, and Mary lost her husband and 4 children. She stayed in Memphis, nursing others through the epidemic, and then moved to Chicago to earn her way as a seamstress. But misfortune followed her. In 1871, the Great Chicago Fire destroyed her home and her dress shop and left her destitute. She started attending lectures given by the Knights of Labor, and it was there that she discovered the gospel of unionism. Later, she would become close friends with Terence Powderly, who headed the Knights of Labor in 1879. From the 1870s to the 1920s, Mother Jones participated in the major strikes and labor struggles of her time: the Great Railroad Strike of 1877, the Haymarket Tragedy, the Pullman Strike, the Anthracite Coal Strike of 1902, the founding of the Industrial Workers of the World, the IWW, the Ludlow Massacre, and the Great Steel Strike of 1919. Mother Jones never held elected Union office, but for over 50 years she became famous as a fearless organizer and a labor agitator. The rich and the powerful denounced her as the most dangerous woman in America, but the workers loved and exalted her as the miner's angel, the Joan of Arc of the labor movement, and in her later years, the grand old champion of labor. Much of the folklore surrounding Mother Jones comes to us from her inspirational speeches, which were widely quoted in the nation's press. "Get it straight," she said. "I'm not a humanitarian. I'm a hellraiser. Pray for the dead and fight like hell for the living. Struggle and win, struggle and lose. That's the story down the stairway of the ages." I asked a man in prison once how he happened to be there, and he said he had stolen a pair of shoes. I told him that if he had stolen a railroad, he'd be a United States Senator. As she embarked on her lifelong journey of labor activists, a question arises: where did Mother Jones live? She once said, "I live in the United States, but I do not know exactly where. My address is like my shoes. It travels with me. I abide where there is a fight against wrong." She slept in modest hotels, union halls, and sometimes a miner's tent colony. Often her handbag served as a pillow. Workers would open their homes to her. Some historians say she lived mostly in Chicago. Others say, metaphorically, her real home was the United Mine Workers of America. In the 1920s, as her age diminished, Mother Jones would visit Washington, D.C. to reconnect with her old friend Terence Powderly, the former leader of the Knights of Labor. Terence and Emma Powderly resided at 503 Rock Creek Church Road in Washington, D.C., now the Dorothy Day Catholic Worker House. It was there that she met Walter and Lily Mae Burgess, who were friends of the Powderlys and who owned a truck farm in Hyattsville, Maryland. Today, the Burgess farm is located what is now suburban Adelphi, Maryland, but in the 1920s this area was considered to be rural Maryland. Lily Mae Burgess would often drive Mother Jones from the Powderlys to her farmhouse for a day's outing or for an overnight stay. Mother Jones was well into her 90s, and she was not in good health. She fell in love with the place, and she announced in 1928 that she wanted to make this her permanent home. And so it was that Mother Jones lived her last days at the Maryland farmhouse of Walter and Lily Mae Burgess, receiving visitors and conferring with labor leaders. And it was here that the Burgesses, aided by union officials in D.C., organized a 100th birthday celebration for her on May 1st, 1930. Oh, what a birthday party that was held at the Burgess farm. Weeks before the event, hundreds of birthday cards, letters, and telegrams arrived from around the world. One telegram was from her old foe, John D. Rockefeller, to which Mother Jones replied, "Well, we certainly had some bitter battles, but it was kind of him to remember me. But hell, I can't do him or anyone any harm, for I'm out of the running now." Over 1,000 people attended her party, including labor leaders, newspaper reporters, and a delegation from the Army of the Unemployed who marched in from Washington, D.C. A birthday cake with 100 candles was provided by the local bakers' union, and Mother Jones was interviewed by a newsreel reporter to whom she gave one of her famous quotes. "I long to see the day," she said, "when labor will have the destiny of the nation in her own hands, and she will stand a united force and show the world what the workers can do." In the months following the party, Mother Jones's health deteriorated. She was lovingly cared for by Mrs. Burgess, who later recalled, "The one good deed in my life was to make the last days of a great woman a little more comfortable." Mother Jones died on November 30th, 1930, at the Burgess farm. Her funeral was held at St. Gabriel's Roman Catholic Church in Washington, and the pallbearers were from Union locals in the D.C. area. Mother Jones was buried in Union Miners Cemetery in Mount Olive, that's Mount Olive, Illinois, alongside the miners who died in strike-related violence during the 1898 Battle of Verdun. In 1936, a beautiful monument was erected in her honor and attended by over 50,000 people. After her death, Gene Autry, the singing cowboy, recorded a song, "The Death of Mother Jones," and I'll sing it for you now. The world today's in mourning, the death of Mother Jones. Grief and sorrow hover over the miners' homes. This grand old champion of labor has gone to a better land. But the hard-working miners, they miss her guiding hand. O'er the hills and over the valleys, in every mining town, Mother Jones was ready to help them. She never let them down. In front with the striking miners, she always could be found. She received a hearty welcome in every mining town. With a spirit brave and fearless, she hated that which was wrong. She never gave up fighting until her breath was gone. May the workers all get together and carry out her goal and bring back better conditions for every laboring soul. But the story of Mother Jones in Maryland doesn't stop there. When her husband died, Lily Mae Burgess was unable to run the farm by herself, so she turned her farmhouse into the Mother Jones Rest Home, which she operated as a nursing home for the next 15 years. In 1952, she sold the property to the Hillendale Baptist Church, which is located at the intersection of Riggs Road and Powder Mill Road in Adelphi. In 2000, I nominated the site of Mother Jones' death for a roadside historic marker, which was approved by the Maryland Historic Trust. The text of the marker is self-explanatory. On December 2, 2000, a dedication ceremony was held at the National Labor College, and the marker was unveiled at the Adelphi site, sponsored by the Labor College, the Coalition of Labor Union Women, the Labor Heritage Foundation, the Metropolitan Washington Council AFL-CIO, and the United Mine Workers of America. Today, fans of Mother Jones from the labor and progressive community often visit the marker to remember the grand old champion's last days at the Burgess farm. And in 2003, a remarkable thing happened. A new elementary school was opening in Adelphi, and the Prince George's County Board of Education decided to name it the Mary Harris Mother Jones Elementary School. Richard Trumpka, a former coal miner and AFL-CIO leader, spoke at the dedication. The school is located a short distance from where the farm once stood. Most of the students are, like Mother Jones, immigrants, not from Ireland, but from Latin America. The principal, the teachers, and the students know about Mother Jones, as there are exhibits about her in the school library and in a display case. As Marylanders celebrate our 250th anniversary, let's remember with pride the place in Adelphi where Mother Jones spent the last few years of her life, and let's rekindle her spirit and continue her fight to make a better life for the working people of the world.